Bottle, 2 Jews, 2 mics, 2 hours, starting now.
I can hear you. I'm so sorry. I'm pushing it. I'm backsliding to the early days when I would come to your house and push the 905 thing, and I have no excuse for myself. I'm sorry.
I'd rather not talk about it, frankly.
What?
Boring. Terrible way to open a show.
All right, now, I learned some things about my... Oh, what did I learn about my YouTube hookup? No, I'm not going to... That's not me anymore. The Mets have lost 27 games in a row.
Yeah.
Going back to last season where they lost the last 30 games.
Wow.
Now I have won,
quite a
seriously, 57 games in a row they have lost.
Yeah.
And I see these guys, Sanga. I think Sanga could fall apart any moment. He's a small, well, I'm a small man, but he's a delicate, if he falls off the mound, he's out for a year.
Yeah.
That type of thing. Then we got Edwin Diaz went to Los Angeles.
Uh-huh.
And then Juan Soto decided to get injured.
Uh-huh.
Oh, God, I'm boring myself. All right,
Good,
so look.
good.
Fuck that team. We got the Knicks.
But aren't the Mets like much like the Jets? Like they'll get good once in a while, but it's really their job to revert to sad sackery, isn't it?
You know, this is the type of thing that people who live in Los Angeles...
Much like the Twins. The Twins are the same, don't get me wrong.
I know you like to say the Twins, but you don't care about the Twins anymore. That's the difference.
I care a little.
Well, the Knicks will save me.
I don't care and invest in the MLB package on several platforms.
Oh, my God. What they saw me coming. Did they see me coming? Why don't you, for an extra $7 a day... We'll have P. Alonso
every
call
time
you
I
at
watch
home.
a game, I have to join the MLB package. It's weird.
We will have a player of your choice call you every day. P. Alonso will call you on Monday if you spend $700 more for the stupid package. Why do they call it the stupid package? Because
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I'm a stupid man, but I don't know. You know, after all these years, the fact that I've become comfortable with my stupidity, that's the thing I like.
It's good
that's
to settle into it for your old age, at least.
That's it. No, it's no longer a bit. What? Okay.
You can be the fool on the hill.
With the sun going down. No, why did I grow up in a time period where I would think of Sergio Mendes, something about the Brazil 66? That's too much to throw at a 10-year-old kid. You know what I mean? I'm in Queens. I don't know the difference between a reformed Jew and a slightly upset person.
Wow.
I thought that was going to land. Whoa. Woo.
I thought you were at least going to throw some samba into the whole thing. But
some samba. Well, Josh, have I apologized for being 4 minutes late? I don't know what happened to me.
I don't know if you did apologize. You just
I'm very sorry.
Talked about it. Yeah.
Here's a guy that claims to want to apologize, but is seething with anger. Well, okay. Well, maybe I ruined. I'm sorry. Did you have a NASA flight today that you had to push back? Because I can't even. I'm losing the energy to do a negative character. Maybe I should be the man of love now this year.
Try it.
Okay. Hey, so how's everything going? How's Allison?
That doesn't sound like the man of love, really.
What?
No, that sounds like a maniacal plotter.
I was thinking to you, buddy, because we got our apartment painted, and I was like, everything okay over there? We have some extra. Can't think of one painting product. Schmear.
Paint.
We have some
How
extra
about
schmear. Susan had to inform me, much to my chagrin, and when I say chagrin, that means much to something I didn't know.
Confusion is what you mean, yes.
That no, Andy, they're not downstairs mixing up a can like that, all right? Okay? Yeah. It's a big building, okay? Somehow the paint arrives. I don't know how it arrives. Is there a truck that's constantly, what does this mean? Well, first of all, it's 2026. We have to keep the thing going? That's the only way we can keep the thing?
Yeah, that's cement
you're thinking of.
You're thinking of cement, yes.
Cement, that's what I was thinking. What an unfortunate, turn of mental events for me. And we'll be back with HGTV Andy Kindler.
I would also dispute Susan's assertion that it doesn't come in cans. I'm guessing that it does come in cans. It might be bigger cans, but they just then put it into their sprayers.
Oh, okay. I don't want to get in the middle of you two, because you two will be like, "Oh, really? What did they go with?"
There aren't like paint tankers walking around or driving around.
Paint tankers?
Yes.
That was the first group I was in before. I can't think of their names anymore. They had how many this? Can somebody walk that? They were the late, and there was one that was
Peter, Paul, and Schmeckel.
Peter, Paul, and Mary. I gotta tell you, I mean, I don't know. I thought I was in a wonderland of music, but if that was my choice between Peter, Paul, and Mary and Sergio Mendes and the Brazil Six. First of all, why would they have terrible songs when I grew up, and then why did I have to learn them with the chapel, going to the chapel?
Well, they had good ones as well. It was
not
the
in my house.
1960s, for fuck's sake.
No, I was not. This is where you're wrong. Oh, I guess you're right. I was brought up in the 60s. I guess my pre-60s persona, a 3-year-old man about town who refuses to go to nursery school, rock, or stay home.
Enjoying your time not being noticeably shorter than other people.
Well, look, I was caught between a rock, nursery school, and a hard place near my mother alone at home. And I couldn't make a decision to go. It's got to be. Stanley is on to something. She seems a little down.
The tale gets more Dickensian every year, by the way.
I'll never forget my mother when I said to my mother, "I have a stocking. It says Andrew on it." Yeah. So what? So I was hoping that, what if I put it on the chimney? Would someone put something in it? Yes. You should have said that. Yes. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I'm champing at the bit to go buy you worthless, non-Jewish
Chazarai.
And you see, I think the thing that I remember is I think there were faint attempts at different things. But I don't know if those faint attempts were. I think my sister started lobbying for Easter.
Wow.
So she would make me a little.
That's a losing battle, the Easter one.
Well, no, because all
like
we
Christmas,
wanted.
that's baseline assimilation shit. But when you talk about the actual resurrection holiday.
Who's going to let you into Christmas? Well, you make it seem like everyone's like, yeah, come on.
Well, it's not like your family was trying to go to mass at midnight.
We weren't. First of all, couldn't.
It seems like your approach to religion in the house was lay low.
Lay low. But the other idea is, my mother loved that Rabbi Levin was incompetent. My mother loved that she could beat arguments. Because the other alternative would have been to go to a more serious Judaism school, like conservatives like you.
And then what would have happened?
Was that?
And then what would have happened?
That would have been. Here's my memories of preparing.
Maybe you would have found some mooring.
Here's what my greatest memories are of getting bar mitzvah. It was getting the visiting the Carvel. Because I would go to the Carvel. I don't know how I had money, but I know I went to the Carvel.
Because you had a bar mitzvah, therefore you had money.
No, it was just to get ready for the bar mitzvah. What do you think I'm made of Carvel ice cream? Is that what you think?
You are kind of squishy.
I loved it so much, and
you give me a headache.
Oh, that's true. That's true because of the ice cream headaches. I loved, and to this day, until I die, and when I die, I would like to. What's my last meal? My last meal would be soft ice cream.
Fudgy the whale.
You know what the thing is? The problem with the last meal thing is that it makes it seem like it's an up thing. What if you're not feeling well? What you want your last meal? All your numbers are dropping.
Yeah. Yeah, usually you've determined it's the last meal because people have stopped eating.
We stopped eating. It's not like, what do you want, Uncle Andy? As one of the kids who decided.
My father-in-law, however, on his deathbed, would still wolf down any meal that you put. Like, I think his last meal was Indian food. Now, granted, his problems were respiratory and heart related, but
I think
still,
that's
it was an amazing thing to see. Someone like
I'd want to go
going
out that
from
way.
like catatonia to.
Wait, who is this that you're saying the person was? Since I can't check,
This
your
is
father-in-law,
Allison's father. Yes.
First of all, Allison's father, he loved Indian food because he grew up in England where they have excellent Indian.
No, he actually grew up in India where they have even better Indian.
Wait, okay, what am I not understanding? Are you saying that Allison's father is Indian?
Yes, Anglo-Indian.
That she's biracial?
If you want to put it that way, sure.
I don't know what I'm saying.
I think multinational is nicer, but...
Well, yes, it's nicer if you think I'm trying to...
Her father grew up in Calcutta. And
wow!
But went to, like, British boarding schools in the Himalayas for his schooling. So there was still plenty of, horrible buggery and things like that. But, and then her...
Why am I pounding as if that's a funny story?
Her mother grew up in Dublin.
Oh.
And they met in England.
And where?
And they met in England.
That's pretty cool. You've never even claimed that you had anybody of any Indian descent related to you. Why are you burying the lead on that?
Yeah, I've never talked about it, fucking not listening guy.
Oh, you tried to fool me, but you have encountered not listening guy. I did not hear what you said. Oh, too bad. I wasn't listening. Oh, you can't get me on that one. I wasn't. But the thing is, I never knew this. Because she's so international.
Indeed.
You are like Minnesota nice Jew.
Yes.
There's
three of us, Andy.
Who is it?
Minnesota nice Jews.
This is really amazing. I had no idea.
Oh my God! Will you stop going on about this?
That Allison's father worked with Gandhi to free India. What was his take on that? Was he pro freeing India? All right, shut up. Okay, shut up. That came from somewhere deep inside. But I normally don't like that voice, but that voice sometimes has to come out and say, "Get out of here." Get out of here.
Not everybody has like a Harvey Kurtzman origin story like yours.
Hey, Jay, where's your dad? Well, he's in the other room doing some things. I think you should have him come out here. Why? I would because didn't your dad, Arnie, write for Mad Magazine? Yes, Andy. Well, my daddy was Harvey Kurtzman. What? My daddy was Harvey. No, that's not true. I'll go and come back with another story. Hi! Your daddy worked. My daddy knew Harvey Kurtzman. In fact, hello, Jay. Listen to me, you son of a bitch. I'm trying to tell you something. My father was friends with Harvey Kurtzman. Who? Seriously, Jay said to me. Seriously, who the fuck cares? Oh, was your father, was he a comedy writer? No, he ran a plumbing and heating thing. Get away from me, Jay said. And then he had Gavin Pallone remove me from the party. Yeah. I'll never forget. That was a delightful...
Using Taekwondo, which was especially embarrassing.
I'll never forget when Gavin Pallone once... on those, on the, what was it called? The stitch? The stump? The schlump?
The stump.
On the stump, one said, he said he was a black belt in Taekwondo, but then he said, he admitted it was him who was threatening me. And then in his banter, he said, I wouldn't even have to resort to my Taekwondo to kick his ass. That's what Gavin Pallone said.
Yeah.
Bragging on a tight circle board.
All right. What's even funnier is that he actually could have crushed your career instead and chose to go to physical violence as a threat.
You can say that he actually showed some restraint.
In some ways, yes.
But there's so many horrible people like him in the business many years ago. Gavin Pallone. Why do you have to have a bad cop like Gavin Pallone?
I don't know.
Why am I talking about him?
Why are we giving him airspace?
I'll tell you why. It's either that or I go back into my Lorne Michaels material. I don't like Lorne Michaels. We know you don't like him. I don't really, but I really don't like him. Well, it's really, really boring. Ow. 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 You don't get my comedy? I don't like this voice either as a representative of me.
No, that's good. Self-awareness is key.
Are our big gigs coming up this week, or we got 2 more weeks on our big gigs? May 1st, we have 2 competing gigs in town. I'll be at the Elks Lodge, and Jay Elvis Weinstein will be, I can never think of the name of that bar. It's not a bar, it's a record store.
It is, Run Out Groove Records, which I saw Patton Oswalt name drop on Colbert the other.
What is it with Pat? Everything you think you've accomplished in your life, that you may have one thing. Oh, I met Peter Bagg and we had a nice meal. Boom, you turn on Kimmel. I lived with Peter Bagg, who invented hate for 7 years. He's always topping me.
Who is?
With
sorry, I lost this. Oh, Patton. All right.
Yeah, Patton.
Yeah.
Well, that was a rare thing where you forgot what was happening.
Yeah, well, I just never got a foothold with caring, so it was hard.
You know what's amazing? And I know we've over-talked it. I know that people are sick of it. But I got to tell you, I don't know what they're doing, but the Candy Hearts are still rocking. They're rocking. I don't see the Autumn Crisps anymore.
No.
Because you know why?
Because they're
it's
precious.
Not full.
They're precious and fleeting, unlike the Candy Hearts, which are, dime a dozen.
Oh, they're just unbelievable. And I know that people at the Type 2 Diabetes Foundation are saying, we said he could have grapes, but we didn't mean that he should eat that many grapes. He is, in a sense, violating his diabetic
He's turned
principles.
them into candy for all intents and purposes.
Hey, I'd like to order some Candy Hearts. Hold the hearts. Increase the candy.
Let me boil them down to syrup.
I really do. I really do realize. Oh, I also gained weight. Nobody cares. I gained weight. And I gained weight eating keto ice cream is what I've decided.
Yeah.
Gained about 5 pounds.
Wow.
Because here's the thing about keto ice cream.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't have any sugar, or it has 1 gram of sugar. It has 1 gram of sugar. Therefore, it is so therefore, it does not matter how much I eat.
Right.
Yeah, but that's a lot God. It does not matter. It does not matter. It's full fat.
It's leaning on fat as much as it can for flavor.
It's pretty, you could call it sad, but it's such a genius thing they've come up with until you realize you're addicted to it. Now I took all the ice cream out of the freezer.
Yeah.
And I mean,
I only buy it on weekends now. I only have fun on weekends now.
I have my ice cream on Saturday. I go to Carvel. No, I don't go to Carvel. Don't lie to the people. I still think that when is it they're going to come up with the ice cream that has it all? No sugar, very little fat. Not very little fat, but not enough fat.
They do. It's called yogurt, Andy.
I eat yogurt every morning, as you know.
You eat your
I eat my
yogi.
yogi every morning. Ask me what I have. You've never asked me after all these years and such wonderful conversations to the depths of our souls. You never once asked me what I take in my yogurt in the morning.
Because
why?
You've announced it many times about the fruit and the things. Yeah. That's how I got the yogi.
Yeah, it is amazing. It is amazing. These stories.
I didn't make it up. It came out of your mouth first.
I'm sure. But my life seems more exciting than you're making it out to be. First of all, I'm healthy. Healthy city. Oh, I'm also cutting
Except
back.
for your ice cream punch.
I am also Also, what was I going to say? Oh, I had a great one. Just great.
Yeah.
It was at the same level as the other material.
Grapes. Yeah, that's good.
I like grapes. So hopefully now that I've eliminated that ice cream, no, I'm looking for something that's 90 calories, so delicious, with all of, and it's good things for you or something.
You know what that is?
What?
A smaller portion.
I know. That's the, I did mention that to Susan. I said I could do that. I said when I was having trouble getting my stomach onto the bed, I don't even like jokes about people's weight. I think this ridiculous. And now all of a sudden I sound like a dieting Bob Hope or something.
Well, it's like, if you're going to proudly announce your weight loss and you went with the lowest weight you were ever at thing for a long time.
Right. I deserve to go the other way.
Yeah, I think it's good. It's like if you read the bad reviews, good reviews thing.
I woke up today 155.
Yeah.
And I woke up today 155.
That was your temperature.
I don't want to say that was the 155, which I thought was normal, but I was taking my temperature. How you doing, everybody? How's everybody doing? Yeah, so I've cut back on my Manuka honey. I just want to let you know that.
Yeah, you think that's the key?
Well, I shouldn't have any Manuka honey at all. I shouldn't even be having it. But By the
way, okay, I'll bite. What's Manuka honey?
You'll be sorry that you bit. Manuka honey is a very special honey that comes from one land, and I wish I knew what it was. It's comes from one area, and it's very, very supposedly good for you. Not if you're type 2 diabetic. You don't. That's not the way you win with diabetes. Well, I'm having much better. Like people want, it's 100% pure cane sugar. Oh, okay, then as much as you want then. It's not fructose. No, pure cane. Then just pile it on. Take a shovel and pile it in.
But this has 100% of your daily Manuka.
Manuka. This guy, where did I come up with this? Where did this guy, you don't know. Unbeknownst to you, I've had 3 audience members at every single recording of our show that I've never talked about them. They've watched every show from the beginning.
Right.
Can I introduce them?
My probation officer.
Oh, is this the idea that I can only get people like that to see the show?
Yeah, or that you're under direct supervision. Court ordered. Direct supervision was really what I was going for.
I can't believe it. I'm the only. I'm not saying you're the straight man, but I carry a lot of the joke capabilities. Oh, I'm making myself so sick.
Good.
I really am.
Good.
Yeah, but you see, you thought if I hated myself, that would make the show be smoother show for you.
No.
Just keep me in my place.
No.
You don't believe that?
I just don't find the praise openings.
Well, why don't you say, you can say stuff like, Andy, you're back out there in the clubs. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to release an album. Oh, yeah, you're going to release an album.
There's more stand-up comedy in the world.
That is really one thing that you can't argue there's a shortage of. If there was only more stand-up comedy, if only there was more stand-up comedy in politics or something like that, people would say. No, we know there's enough stand-up comedy. And I'm doing a one-man, I'm doing a comeback tour. Okay, stop.
Yeah.
I've stopped completely now.
Okay, good.
There has to be something we've been watching. Are we not watching things? Was there a Saturday Night Live? No, I don't think there was.
Are we not men?
Are we not men?
Well, I watched a lot of basketball this weekend.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
the playoffs started. So
okay. How'd your team do?
Both our teams won.
Wow.
And I say your team loosely.
You said you think of us getting through this. We could get through this.
I think the Knicks will get out of the first round. I think the Lakers have more hope now, but they also didn't have to play against Kevin Durant in Game 1. So,
where was he on? What was he out on break?
Yeah, he just decided paid day off.
Is he the group of the Oklahoma people who will win the whole thing?
Well,
They didn't win the whole thing last year, did they?
It's Houston, and he hasn't been on Oklahoma in about 9 years. But
hey, what's happening with the why do they call them the Twin Towers when the Twin Towers are in... Oh, God. Okay. All right. I'm hoping. I took 5 Adderall. I injected Adderall.
Right.
At 8:45, and I'm hoping that
this is your special
works.
This is your 420 celebration without weed.
Well, let me tell you something. We did not. I'll tell you something. I dodged a bullet. We did not go out to see the Mets when they were in town. Thank God. What a disaster that would have been. You couldn't have
possibly enjoyed yourself if the Mets lost?
Well, not when you... It's like, I don't know. What you should... If you're going to go out and see your team play, which to me is a big thing. I know you go to all the games.
Sure.
But it's a big... Mr. I have Clippers tickets. That wasn't who you were. But just the idea of going to see the Mets get destroyed. They were destroyed by the Dodgers.
Yeah.
So... I kind of wanted to dodge that bullet.
Yeah.
If we were in first place fighting for a pennant or whatever they call it, that would be different.
You would not have paid the money to go see that game if you were in a pennant race.
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean? I wouldn't go pay to see them. Look,
I'm saying prices go up for certain games if you're buying on the secondhand market, which is where you would be buying them from.
Oh, are you sure that's a secondhand market? They have such good names. Buy it on, what did they used to call it? Scab? It's not Scab.
StubHub, are you thinking of?
No, what they used to call that you couldn't do in New York? Scalping, right. And isn't that an anti-Native American thing somehow?
It's not pro, let's say, but...
Oh my God. That's so good. Well, Andy, if you're trying to see, yes, there was a lot of anti-Native American spirit. Why couldn't we come from a country that didn't slaughter? Why couldn't we come from a country that escaped colonialism? Why couldn't we really be the new world as advertised? Christopher Columbus and Christopher Columbus and everything was nice.
Just one more question, Nina. Christopher Columbus.
Why did we have to be founded by a bunch of assholes? They were Puritans. Maybe you like Puritans.
They weren't really.
Don't.
We weren't really founded by Puritans.
Oh, well, we come on the ship they called the Mayflower.
There was a Puritan faction. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But the founding fathers weren't like largely Puritan.
Were the founding fathers like moneyed men from the? No, who were they? I mean,
yes, they were plantation owners and the like. Large landowners.
Wait a second now. But I thought Ben Franklin didn't like any of it. He liked to go to France and party.
Yes, that was his favorite thing.
But I think probably as we go along, we grew up with a lot of prejudice.
Ben Franklin was a lot older than most of the founding fathers, too.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. But he was, and he could speak French, too.
True.
That's the thing that must have made him stand out. Mwah.
Yeah. But it also caused his notorious spelling bee meltdown.
What happened? Did I ever tell you that when I was learning how to fly a kite, I was trying to bring that into a real story, but there was no real story.
No. Now, the time you invented a post office.
Remember that? Was that from an early show?
No, that's Ben Franklin reference.
How many things did this guy do? How does he invent a post office discover electricity? He was a scientist, right?
There was no podcasts back then.
Boy, they're George Foreman commercials. Let's say your name is Ben Franklin and you've come up with lightning. Call InventHelp. We'll know what to do with it.
What should I do with this stove I came up with?
Yeah. Come call it to InventHelp. Dear InventHelp, I have invented a way to cook food. And it's a miracle. Can you help me with the marketing of it? Love, Andy. But what you're saying is, well, how come the InventHelp commercials, they have like a stone, that's the joke, right? Well, he looks like a caveman. So he's a genius.
Inventing a wheel, I think, is the.
Oh, that's what he's doing? I forgot. How come that I never got that or cared about it?
I don't want to speculate.
Would you ever, 20 years from now, and you get a call from Susan, and she says, Josh, you have to do me a favor. Who's this again? Susan Malgin. Oh, I'm sorry. What can I? Andy is really sad. Who? Andy. Just kidding. I know Andy. He's very, very sad, and he's been missing doing the podcast. Would you please go down there? And there won't be cameras there, and there won't be anybody else there, and there won't be... But would you go down there in a couple of days and pretend with him for 10, 15 minutes while he dozes off that he still has a podcast? Would you do that for me, Josh?
Sure, or I'll send someone that looks like me.
This is what I'm worried about. Why did I go with a younger friend? Well, because I guess if you go with a friend the same age, at some point that's a detriment.
Why is that?
Well, because you can't decide whether I want to get to pull a plug or add a 3-prong connector to the plug.
Yeah.
If you're my age or older, we went with you because you're a man of science and you care.
Sure.
You're definitely younger than us.
Yes.
So, and congratulations, by the way. I have never said that to you before.
For my youth?
No, for deciding life and death decisions on behalf of my wife.
Yeah, we should really have a meeting about that.
Well,
because right now I'm just kind of going on my best instincts as opposed to your actual wishes. So we should probably have a meeting about what you would want in the most catastrophic of situations, since I'm the guy.
Well, here's the thing.
I mean, I appreciate your trust in my just general judgment, but nonetheless, I would be, I'd like.
Yeah, we should have a meeting, but we don't know.
A little guidance would be nice.
We were hoping that we could be a voting block of 3 if something happens.
Well, we can't be 3 by its very nature, can we?
If
there's someone else making medical decisions for you, you're not in the mix.
But then
it would be 2 at most, is what I'm saying.
So you want me to have a meeting about how there'll be one
day... And if
day...
one of you is still alive, I don't want to come into play, frankly.
No. That's the beauty of it. Yes. That is the absolute beauty.
This is pretty much a, oops, they should have stopped driving situation.
No, there's no question
if I
about
come
that.
into play.
There is no question about that. First of all, what if someone comes to you with alternative medicine and you go... Oh no! We had that argument when we were alive. He believes in alchemy or something. No, absolutely not. Well, but no. We want to keep him breathing because we think we can get a special. Fuck it. What do you think, Susan? And just Susan's hands are going down like that.
Thumbs
I don't know what.
Like a Roman emperor, she's killing you off.
Yeah, we really have to do this, but the thing is that putting a trust together and doing things like that really makes you feel not much better about things.
Yeah.
No, you do. I'm very happy that I have bank accounts and everything.
That's good.
I have alternate bank.
You're set.
I don't have W.C. Fields like accounts.
No,
which were all based on anti-Semitism, and you go, "Oh, the Jews are going to get my money. I got to open up an account here." What a weird addiction to have.
Well, he was paranoid on every level. He also kept an attic full of liquor in case Prohibition ever came back. and apparently practiced his juggling every day in case he had to go back to it.
Wow! Did you? This sounds like you. There was a good book that you've.
I did
that you have seen. Well, this is a good book.
I've never read a W.C. Fields book.
Oh, I just am so sick and tired of how all these people were so anti-Semitic or racist. You just don't think of it that way. Like some people say, the Duke was racist a little bit. I can't. What?
It wouldn't be hard to imagine. I know he was certainly conservative. If you call the two synonymous.
I'm making a joke. He was a very racist man that's obviously said horrible racist things. And I don't really know what was good about John Wayne, because here's the thing. I don't like cowboy and Indian things, because I don't like.
That pretty much takes John Wayne off the table for your list, doesn't
I
it?
don't like. I don't like dramas based on our genocidal elimination of the people who are here. Do you think that makes me not fun at parties?
No, I think it makes you retrofit your ideology to something you just don't like.
Is that the theory of that? If yes, I'm against the genocide, but I wouldn't trade my house, my white privilege now? Is that kind of what that is?
Maybe same bowl.
I know, but why couldn't we come up from a country of winners? I mean, not winners.
Well, we
but
did
like,
that. We did.
A country where everyone's like Bob Marley, where everybody people look to us and they go, I cannot believe how great they are, and with the suffering and how much they care. That's what I thought I was going to be born into a country. That's what I was
Before you were born, that's where you thought you were going?
No. When I was young, I, for some reason, was just fooled by thinking that it would be great to be a hippie. And I was just, my problem with when I grew up very young. I was very young.
Yeah. A lot of us have that problem growing up.
I had a very juvenile way that I looked at things. That's the thing. When I was a juvenile, I was very, very juvenile.
Yeah.
I wasn't like you. I can't really portray you as someone on the Big Bang Theory.
No, I wasn't that, but I was, I think my impression of me is that I was sort of freakily adult, as was my brother.
Oh, both of you were?
Just because of how adults treated us.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. Now, why do you think it shook out that way, that you guys were...
Because my parents treated us like little adults.
That's so cute.
My father was incapable of interacting with children, so he chose to treat us like adults.
Oh no, see, my dad loved little dogs and children. Your dad didn't show you a lot of affection as a kid?
He showed plenty of affection, but it wasn't goo 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 bee boo goo goo affection. I never felt underloved by him.
Right, right.
But in hindsight, he was clearly not interested in the intellectual drudgery of dealing with a toddler. He'd read bedtime stories and do voices and things like that. But it was like Rudyard Kipling just so stories. He was still trying to stimulate himself in some way.
Please send me any kind of children's story that will work on both levels.
Yes. So in some ways, that's kind of one of the tragedies of him dying so young, is that I think, my brother and I were both at an age where he could relate to us fully as adults.
Oh, right. Well, how old were you again?
I was 23 when he died, I think.
And how old was your brother then?
3.5 years older than that.
Wow. It's not fair. None of that stuff is fair. I mean, who would have known many years ago how wonderful things now would be? But that was just my nod to that was just my daily nod to the hideousness. Because you can't get too far into the hideousness. You can't wake up in the morning and go, oh, they did open up no, you can't do that. Oh, we are going to open up the Gulf. You can't pay attention to any. First of all, you have to wait till Iran says what happened, because they'll tell you the truth of what happened.
Right.
But we won't. No. Not with our guy.
No, you have to see what the market's doing to see what's the next breakthrough, quote, is.
I don't know if I can make it till 28. I really don't think I can. First of all, my health is deteriorating.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do it.
You don't hear about as many people clinging on to life as you used to.
That is type of thing. That's what my dad said. My dad said, what's coming up? He went to a psychic. What's coming up in the next few years? Well, you're going to have Trump win. Whoa. What are you saying? I said, Trump is going to win. Oh, no. Count me dead. And we did. We counted him dead.
You know, at least he called it.
He called it. My father, I think he would have been the most miserable man in the world because there would have been, I mean, he didn't see any like you who thought there was a real light side to Trump.
Yeah. I actually still think there's a light side to Trump if you're a psychopath.
How do you mean?
I mean, because he's objectively hilarious. It's just the stakes are too high for it to actually be funny.
He did say a couple of things this last weekend that were off the charts. Off the charts. Yes, if it wasn't happening, they'd be so funny.
There are so many things that a comedy character would do in that situation. I mean, again, not funny because of the stakes, but still objectively hilarious in its way.
Objectively, he is objectively Look, the thing about Bleach I thought was pretty funny.
Sure, exactly. Objectively hilarious, not funny.
And watching that poor lady who didn't end up looking that great, who ran the something or other.
With the neckerchief. Deborah something.
And she was like, all right, okay. Look, he's lighthearted.
I like to think of her as Dr. Ineffectual.
Well, I got a book that I'm very excited about. All my books are to deal with various angles of my anger. So this one's called To Catch a Fascist. It's very good.
Yeah.
It's about Antifa and how Antifa did actually do some things. Now, you may disagree. Like when they go talk about this stuff, it sounds so like it does sound like old style liberal commentators. We should not punch Nazis. It's not, like people, we're making ourselves like the Nazis if we punch them. Well, that wasn't true, Josh. Turns out.
No. There wasn't actually that much Nazi punching going on.
Right. But also the fact that if you punch a Nazi, that's the wrong way to deal with a Nazi, because the best way to deal with Nazi is to have a respectful discussion. So I think that these guys actually were infiltrating the Antifa people, were infiltrating some of these Nazi things. Yeah. Like they were like if the FBI, remember when the FBI ostensibly would, investigate something that was actually awful. Mm. That's what these guys are doing. And they're I couldn't do it. I know you thought this would be perfect work for me.
Yeah, no, when I think undercover work, I don't think of you. No.
Okay, I admit it. I'm working for the other guys. The one guy who's doing a lot of the anti work is like a guy who's like not like a fake taekwondo guy like me, but he's like he won't mind if things go upside down. That's why we won't ever see me involved with anything dangerous.
No, well, you have, right now your life is set up so that you need to keep systems in place.
Is that because I'm losing my mind or something?
No, I'm just saying, you've got Social Security, you've got pensions. Like, these are systems that have to be in place in order for you to continue to live your lavish lifestyle.
It is, I'll tell you right now, it is lavish. It's not lavish. It's not like Rich Brothers.
It's lavish grape-wise.
It really is. It really is. It's nice to know that I could, and I do think that I am in a way fooling myself if I'm eating 7 or 8 pounds a night of this grapes. Yeah. But I'm glad to be off of the.
It also could contribute to your weight gain as well.
It could?
Sure. It's not like they're calorie free, those grapes.
Oh, no. I see what you're saying. Right. I was so focused on the ice cream that I realized that. No. It does not. When I first looked it up and said grapes are part of a healthy diet, there's no pictures of them, passing out in a big bowl of sweetness.
Right.
Yeah. But now it's almost summertime, Josh.
Sure.
Now it's only 2 months away from sugar kisses. Sugar kids. You didn't have the you didn't need the COVID thing I had, right?
What do you mean?
I got a COVID thing.
What
shot? Another shot.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that you can't get.
I can only get them once a year, I think.
Right, and so I feel like I'm indestructible now. I've had so many.
You look indestructible. I watched. There's a doc about Jerry West called Jerry West the Logo, I believe it's called.
Is it new?
It's new, and it's on Amazon, I believe. And it was, I mean, in terms of the data and information in it, it's it's an okay story of Jerry West and just the vast unhappiness that he lived with for his entire life. But
yeah, he was unhappy, right?
Just an unhappy guy, yeah.
And for no reasons, or for lots of reasons?
Well, no, it was well earned from his West Virginia childhood. There was tragedy and hardship for sure, but also just losing was so fucking gutting for him. It robbed him of the ability to feel pleasure in winning or anything. So,
that's terrible.
Yeah, and he clearly was certainly depressive, and there's an argument from what I saw there that he was manic depressive. It was very much up and down kind of a thing.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know how much he actually dealt with it clinically. He talked about it, but I don't know if he actually really dealt with it in either a medicinal or talk therapy way. I don't know. They didn't talk about that. But it was directed by Kenya Barris, who created Blackish. Mm-hmm. And it was like so embarrassing the amount that Kenya Barris put himself into this movie. like it was like really just like, full on, he had a full on lit setup shot of himself when doing interviews and would cut to himself and like open the movie with a shot of his, clearly his Hollywood Hills home with this panoramic view and him in silhouette, like writing a note to the viewer about it. It was like, it was really like, it was Kenya embarrassing if you ask me. But I sometimes I'll like, if something like really bumps me like that, I'll like go look for a review and see if it bumped other people. And, there wasn't a lot of reviews, but there's one in the Wall Street Journal which said Kenya Barris, directing his first documentary. In fact, it might be the first one he's seen.
That's a good slam. Oh, wow. Well, is Jerry West still alive too, right?
No, he's dead. But he did some interviews before he died for this film. But what was even more embarrassing about Kenya Barris putting himself in so much is that he had absolutely no connection to this story at all in any way. So he was putting himself into the story in a way that like you couldn't possibly care that he was the one doing that.
Well, how did he put himself in?
Like I said, just like literal shots of himself, including whole questions that he was asking.
Nothing to do with his he didn't try and shoehorn his
Occasionally he would put in more personal data than anyone could give a shit about. But, and it wasn't a well-made documentary for other reasons too, but the story itself is, it's kind of interesting / sad,
Yeah, but I did wonder why I did think he did suffer from depression and manic depression, right? Yeah, okay. And did he have a dad too?
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems to never work out.
And a brother who he idolized that died in Korea, and there was like I said, it was well earned unhappiness.
Yes. Also, tremendously great. He was a tremendously great basketball player, right?
Yeah, and a great GM.
A coach?
No,
or not
terrible,
coach?
Terrible coach. He hated coaching and he was bad at it, but he was.
Did he coach the Lakers?
He coached the Lakers for like 3 years and had to quit because he just hated it. Like he literally was like the last season. He was like, I wouldn't want me as a coach either to his players. He really hated it because he couldn't take losing. He couldn't take players that weren't as good as him. Which is true for a lot of players who coach. They just don't understand why
it's not.
They can't execute
well.
what you're telling them to do, and it's because they aren't fucking basketball geniuses like you.
And Michael Jordan had the same problem, didn't he?
Well, he never tried. He never.
I thought he did a little coach.
No, he owned a team. but he did not.
Oh, that's the other way that you can do it.
Yeah.
Own the team. See, now Magic owns teams. That seems very happy about everything.
Yeah.
Magic is like, I would like Magic to be involved with, if he wanted to be a silent partner in Andy Kindler Enterprises.
I don't think he would be silent, though.
Right, but I mean, I would welcome him on board, is what I'm saying.
Sure, okay.
To my, I can't even joke. It used to be I could joke, you want to be in the Andy Kindler business? It doesn't even work anymore. Just like I pay my taxes doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
I pay my taxes. Your food is late. I pay my taxes.
No,
stuff like
you're
that.
right. It doesn't really line up.
It doesn't have the
well.
same zing.
No.
It don't mean a thing. Okay, look.
Okay,
I would be, if I were you, I could have seen you at any point. I want to say to you, thank you, Josh Elvis Weinstein, for not just putting up with me, but for putting up with me in spite of. In spite of what? In spite of how annoying I am. And I'm telling you, I think my wife could take a page out of your book and indulge me more.
Hey, did you get a 420 exemption for today?
Oh, I forgot it's 420. No, I'm tired of pot now by Monday. I'm literally tired of it.
Fantastic.
I may have oversold it to myself.
It's like masturbating yourself raw.
Well, do you have something you want to tell me?
No, I don't. It's very private.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Now we're gonna take a break, but it won't be long. We'll be right back at the end of this song. Don't worry, baby, it could be worse. There isn't even a second verse. Just a few more seconds to go. We'll get back to the quote-unquote show. It's Thought Spiral. A little more Thought Spiral.
Boom, 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 boom. Sorry, that was an awkward start. You want to call back again?
Sure.
See, this is what makes me jealous of you. You can do these fucking
sound effects?
No, I'm trying to see if FaceTime's still doing their thing.
Oh, okay.
No, you can. You do these for even just a ringing telephone. You do so well.
Yeah, it was uncanny.
It is uncanny. Do you know I toured once as art uncanny? I'm in a feud with Michael Ian Black, but it's a de rigueur. I'm very happy about it. I mean, I always feel bad about fighting, but
no, you don't. You started it. I saw you. I just saw this whole thing a second ago.
No. I started it because I do think he's a fucking hypocrite. I really do, because he is. He profited off of his relationship. He got very upset with me. A couple of years ago when I slammed Megan and said, "What about how are you still friends with her?" And he's like, "Slam me." And I actually called him to apologize, and I feel I was being political in that moment.
So now you had to purge that guilt by lashing out again.
We just found out yesterday that she went to the White House, Meghan McCain, and she had on her podcast, she had to say how gracious, and this is the thing I don't understand. Whether it's Bill Maher, you can understand that he's why he went there, because he's a complete, I don't know, he does anything I don't know what his reason for going over there. He's an idiot. That's why he went to the White House. But to call the person who demonized your father, who is a racist, who is a fascist, who is a sexual abuser, and you have to go out of your way in your podcast to then go, and this has happened with Trump so many times. He wrote me a nice letter. He was nice to me on the phone.
But you went after Michael Ian Black for being her friend?
Because he says if she was MAGA, he would never be her friend. If she was MAGA, he would never have been her friend. And I think it's that I think it's more like me slamming him. I just think what he did with her was all for for public. If her name was Meghan McCain, wasn't Meghan McCain, he wouldn't write a book with her. He wouldn't have done a tour with her. Well, he wouldn't have done a whole thing with her.
Nor would there have been a book or tour deal if it was someone else.
Yeah. Susan Schmidippi. So the thing is, he's just I'll say what it is. He's generally a nasty guy. And I mean, I've seen him go off on people before. And so I think his public persona is kind of like, he's like a badass or whatever. And he's the truth machine. Uh-huh. So, I think it was more like, you can't really justify why there's a time lapse on my anger. Like he said, what are you on one of your anger benders? I probably am. You would think at this point that I wouldn't. Well, I don't know. I don't care.
I know, but it's not, I mean, I don't care what you do, but
right.
I mean, sometimes I do, I guess, but, but it does sound like you have this sort of, ghost of feeling like you compromised yourself.
Oh, I said that to him.
Right.
I said that to him directly.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's right. You're right. It's the ghost of me feeling that what I did was only because I didn't want to piss Michael Ian Black off. Right. That's all it was.
It was simpering showbiz behavior.
Simpering showbiz behavior. What does simpering mean? Like
lowering yourself, like being like degrading yourself.
Yeah, and that. Okay, you don't have to go. You don't have to go
really
on
debasing,
and on
I guess is.
And I think you're absolutely right, but I also feel like, I guess he kind of bothers me because he is kind of an asshole as a public persona.
Yeah.
You probably don't know enough about him to know that
No, I mean, his public persona his comedy is meant to be sort of off-putting, it seems.
Right. So he's, I've heard him say it, and then he's blocked it. He would have already blocked me if I wasn't me. I mean, he would have already blocked. Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't want. He'll probably block me, but he blocks billions of people a day. But he probably, feels like he can't block me yet, but he will eventually.
Well, is that your goal?
No, I don't care. No, I don't care, but I do care. I think what you said was exactly no. I think what you said was exactly right. I think over the years, because of not understanding where my anger goes, and when it's like when the thing with Seth Rogen happened, and I realized, why am I going? It's like, why am I going after him for? Right, that type of thing. So I think I may sometimes bend over backwards to avoid being seen as, having, I have strong ideas about Trump is a fucking fascist, but I'm not going to say anything. I wouldn't want to say anything that would disrupt a relationship, my friendship with Michael Ian Black because he's a comedian or, what I mean? It's just like, it just seems to me that if anything I'm still not going to say when I die, people are going to go, oh, I loved when he lost it on the social media. That was my favorite part of it. Did you see? And I'm just saying this so that Jay Koken will come back after the show and call me and say, that was great. You and Michael Ian Black. And I've also heard him be extremely, like, one of his things is, I can't remember who it was. I think it was to Abby Elliott. He just was like, she said something about this and he just came back with the nastiest thing. And you could tell that he hurt her feelings and like, he's just a bully. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
He's a bully, I think. And he's presenting himself as a Substack.
I mean, this might hurt a little bit, but I think your posture in these things tends to be bullying as well.
Right, but can you bully a bully?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
if you start it.
That's true. I think you could say that. I don't. It's not so much being a bully. I guess you're right. I think that.
It's sometimes you decide to play cop.
What's that?
Sometimes you decide to play cop.
Oh, I also think that I think I was genuinely enraged by Meghan McCain. I think that's probably what started him. I'm genuinely enraged by this person.
Right, but she's degrading the memory of someone you don't actually like. Think about it.
No, that's actually not true. I actually, for some reason, I wouldn't extend it to Lindsey Graham, but I actually did.
No, I mean there were
John McCain.
There were certainly honorable things about John McCain.
Right. So it did
the whole
bother
package.
me.
It's a wash, maybe.
No, I did not like the whole package, and I certainly, first of all, I didn't like. I didn't like. It wouldn't have mattered who it was who was tortured in the thing. You know what I mean? Just that someone would say he doesn't like people who got caught.
Oh no, it's. I mean, if we're putting two leaders on an honorability balance scale, Trump goes flying into the air in this one.
But, this is all grist for the mill.
Sure. At least it got you focused.
It's just very strange because I'm still, I don't know what I feel about obviously social media is this or that or the other thing.
It's toxic, Andy, for all of us.
It's toxic. For all of us.
In different ways, but for all of us.
Well, you seem to have a good relationship with it.
Well, it's very distant, really. It's
right.
I only do good-natured engagement for the most part.
That's right. Yeah. Unless you go against like Trump or something like that.
Yeah, but that's not engagement. That's
just heckling.
No, that's a joke or a statement.
Right.
It's not. It's not. Yeah. It's not. I'm not tagging Trump with each one of these.
Right.
Yeah. And that's not because I don't have strong feelings.
Right.
But I don't get any. Conflict doesn't fuel any good part of me, really.
I think in general it is true.
Like random conflict, like real conflict, like true interpersonal conflict that can actually be productive sometimes. I'll engage in that, but it's very hard to get me to type an argument with someone. Right. Well, I don't treat it as real, really.
Right.
Like
I guess
it's a separate kind of human interaction for me than human interaction. And over the years, it's become more and more like AM radio to me, and I'm not interested.
No, I think you're right. And I think I always at the end of these kind of bouts of anger, I always kind of like, why did I? But it's just. The way I used to be, which was like trying to build up a case against Jay Leno before doing the joke about him, was a different thing.
It's a different thing because you were doing it in person too.
Yes.
I mean, it's a different act to stand up in front of a crowd with a microphone and say something than it is to semi-anonymously say it online.
Yeah, and I think that my anger, as Jake Hogan has often pointed out, is a very charming part of me. But I guess it cuts both ways. I don't know. I don't still know how.
Well,
I
when
feel
you can
about
get it's really when you can get on top of it, it's super funny. You know what I mean? Like when you're riding it, like a Leno thing, that's super funny. When it's kind of dragging you behind it.
Yeah. It's just yes. But like even with Leno, like a lot of people. Like, I actually feel less angry about Leno because he's not on the air anymore. Yeah, he's not on the air anymore. And, it's hard to get angry at him because he just falls all the time. And I feel sad for him. Not sad for him.
You don't need to feel sad for him, but, you don't need to direct a fire hose of fire at him anymore, I don't think.
Well, I don't have that fiery anger anymore.
No, why would you?
Right, but I have it towards Michael Ian Black.
Sure.
And he said I made a
But again, it feels like more like that was anger at yourself that you decided
Yes. I think we've established. Yes. A lot of people wouldn't be as honest as me.
No, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
I need it.
I saw something in the Mets game. It was the Mets game yesterday.
Yeah.
That reminded me when I was a little boy.
Oh Jesus! I'm sorry.
And I went to the Mets game with my father and my brother. A ball came into the stands, and my brother had his hand on it. and the big man next to him, took it out on my brother, kind of like fought with my little brother, at that time. And, it felt awful to me. And I always was in
today's MLB, he would have been booed by an entire stadium for that.
Yeah, but but it wasn't like you've seen these things happen where they just, the father goes over and grabs. There's been a couple of things. It wasn't as bad as that, but it was definitely him fighting
with a kid,
a grown man fighting with my little brother, my big brother over a baseball. And it caused me, I felt so much,
Ever since then, I've decided to fight injustice in any way I can.
No, I felt bad for I always felt like, why didn't my father stick up for, and my father was right to do what he did, right?
Yeah.
My father was right to do what he did. And but I've always had a problem with physical fights and all this kind of thing. But just as a kid, it just felt wrong. I just felt bad. Right. I felt bad for my father. I felt bad for my brother.
You felt disappointed by your father. It sounds like it felt like.
Well, I think that's true.
Yeah, you thought he was cowardly in that situation. It sounds like.
I guess I did, but
whether it was reasonable or not.
Well, I also thought he could be cowardly by not standing up for us when my mother was, going nuts on us and stuff like that. Right. Now I've come to realize, he had his own life. He got married really young, and he had no idea. Because I asked him about, he had no idea my mother was so depressed.
Right.
So, in a lot of ways, he was
easy to miss when you're horny.
Ooh, don't say that. It's terrible. But no, but the thing is like, so last night in the Mets game, it was a similar situation where it got knocked up and these two guys were going for it, and this one guy got it, and then he felt bad. He goes, he was trying to give it to the other guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they were like hugging and all this kind of stuff.
That's what I'm saying. In this day's MLB, it's like people are, there's so much, you see so many clips of people getting the ball and then giving it to the little kid nearby.
Oh, I see. But these guys, this was like two guys the same age.
And you've also seen clips where where the grown up will take it and they get booed, by the entire state. Yes.
Yeah, that's true. I guess but it was kind of cool because they were both, it was like a 3-1 home run to the upper deck.
Yeah.
It reminded me of some of my Little League things.
Right.
To the upper deck.
I'm just saying, these guys know that they're on camera and trying to make a clip, is what I'm saying. The guys who gave the ball.
So you went further with it. You go,
I'm saying
these guys were nakedly.
I don't think it, I think, they showed their best instincts, which is great. That's what you want. Good, that's what you want people to do, even when they're not being watched. Yeah. But I'm sure they were keenly aware that they were being watched if they're baseball fans.
Oh, I do not think that I would ever see something like that in Queens in the old days.
Right.
You know what I mean? When the camera was not on. I mean, I think they had cameras back when I used to go to the ball games, right?
They
was
did,
it televised?
But not nearly as many of them.
So, I wanted to pick a book. No, I have nothing.
Yeah.
I got nothing. I thought I had something. I got nothing. What do you got?
You spent it all on Michael Ian Black. Your whole today's bone.
I just hope people don't think I'm a petty person. That's what I would hope. I hope I'm not Tom Pettying it.
Let me call the gravestone guy and have him take that off.
Wouldn't it be funny if every time someone said, I want this on my gravestone, they made it just in case? This is what I want on my gravestone. How's it going? This is what I want on my gravestone. Not too bad. I'm dead.
And someone remembered all of them and put them all in tiny print all over the front of it.
Here's what we have in my gravestone. What are you looking at, asshole? Are you getting these are things we need to talk about because you're going to be my make sure they don't pull the plug. But are you getting cremated or buried? Have you decided? Or you're too young?
I haven't fully decided. If you would have asked me 10 years ago, I would have.
Right?
No, other way. I would have said buried, and because of the Jewishness of it.
Oh, the Jewishness of it, right?
Yeah.
But they also say there's a lot of energy that's expended in cremation, right? It's not as big. It's not as big a footprint, right?
As what? As burying someone?
As burying.
I don't know. I haven't. That's not the metric I'm using.
That's the metric I use. I want to be. Andy's life was green or something like that. Andy's death was carbon neutral. That's all I want them to say.
It was. I'm leaning more towards cremation than I ever was.
Now, why are you lean? And what's Allison's wishes?
I think for her it's kind of the other direction. She would have gone for sure cremation, and because I was wishy-washy, she became a little wishy-washy. But
so what's on your
either
agreement?
way, neither of us have any strong feelings about it, really. It's kind of the living one's decision as far as I'm concerned. But
that's not a bad way to go. You decide. Person's still alive.
At one point, we talked about she would get grave sites, and I was like, nah, whoever outlives the other, just buy two,
Oh, I still love that. I told you this. RFK Jr. had the wife who committed suicide dug up and moved to another part of the cemetery, away from
so he can bury Cheryl Hines with him.
You know why? I apologize to Cheryl Hines. I didn't realize how in love she was with him.
Yeah. You're not someone to be judgmental by people and their associations.
I don't. You know what I say? I'm like Jesus. If Jesus was an angry, bitter comedian,
right?
But am I angry
One
and
could
bitter?
say he was. No, I'm just kidding. You really couldn't make that argument.
I loved it when I was 33, and I made the joke. I'm 33. That's the year Jesus got his big break. Funny stuff. How was I? I'm thinking, how funny was I when I was 33? I wasn't horribly unfunny. I was funnier than I was when I started.
That's good. That's the trend line you want to go on.
It's embarrassing to be bad at comedy when you start. And the people who are good at comedy when they start, look what happens to them. Oh, I did tell you I already told you I watched the new Zach Galifianakis thing. Looks pretty good. The Audacity.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's on AMC?
That's on AMC. It's pretty funny. It's like Silicon Valley, and they're really awful people. We knew they were awful people, but it's kind of interesting to see it played out. He does a lot of good. He's got a gardening show. Where's my gardening? And I'm not upset with it. Where's my gardening show?
Where's your garden, fucker?
That's true. Where's my appearance on? Where's my breakout hit on the? I can never remember the name of those movies. The guys go to the Wolf Pack goes to Vegas.
The Hangover.
Knocked out.
No? The Hangover.
Okay, good. Where's my breakout hangover movie? Where's my breakout movie? I would love to
look in the rear view mirror, friend.
How about my third? Is it my second act or my third act?
You're act 3 now, my friend. I'm afraid.
I have been thinking more and more about stuff like regional theater.
Yeah. For shooting sprees, or
no? I just. That would be terrible if there is a shooting spree and they think it's me, and then people point to you joking about it.
A production of I Do, ended in.
I am still mad at Eddie. I can't think of his last name now. He used to book Letterman.
Quite a grudge you got going there.
It was my own fault. Eddie, I can't remember his last name. Eddie, apologies. I know you listen to the show. But I had a joke and the joke was, I can't, I'd like to do in dinner theater shows that they don't even put on a regular theater. Like is Godot going to get here before my soup? That kind of a thing.
Uh-huh.
And he convinced me that it was Godot. It's Godot. He says it's wrong. It's Godot.
Uh-huh.
So I actually spend a minute during my Letterman thing going, it's Godot ruining the joke. And I don't even think it is Godot now.
I think technically it is Godot, but the common pronunciation of it is Godot.
So he was listening to my set to have me work on my set. Shouldn't have.
Is this Bill Sheft you're talking about?
No, Eddie. He used to do the warm up for Letterman for years. Not Pepitone. I know it's not Pepitone. I can't believe it's ridiculous. I can't remember his last name. But he was the warm up person for Letterman, and he used to book the acts. And he would go around with you to the thing and have you work on your. Come on, you know who he is. Stop
I thought it was Bill Sheft. Is who you were talking about.
Oh, no, it wasn't Bill Sheft. Bill Sheft was more of a guy who would just come up in between the breaks and hang out with Letterman. Eddie was the actual warm-up guy. Gotcha. Can someone please, maybe someone who's listening can tell us.
They will. No, they won't.
But I listened to him. Because I thought, I don't want to be, it's not his fault if what you're saying is true. I didn't even know that what he's saying was true. I thought it was something that he and maybe made up.
No,
you're saying that
it wasn't sabotage that he was doing, but I think it was. It turned out to be. I mean, because people's ear would hear it as Godot. You know, I don't know the actual joke, so I can't tell you if it worked or not based on that.
Here's the joke. I told you it'd be like doing in dinner theater plays you wouldn't put on in a regular theater, like waiting for Godot. It's 3 hours long. Hey, is Godot going to get here before my steak? Hey, can one of you 3 women see about my soup? Now, the thing is, I don't know if 3 women is the name of a play, but I use that.
Yeah.
Can one of you 3 women see about my soup?
Yes, it is.
So it's a very lovely, lovely joke.
I don't know. Actually, it's a Altman film, 3 Women.
That's where I messed. Can some of you little women, or something like that?
All right, something like that.
Or the women. Maybe I should just change it to something that doesn't involve women. But is Godot going to get here before my steak? Come on.
It's good.
It's good. It's good. It's not good like the joke I did about being Jewish that you claimed your father told you and every Jew told you every year for your whole life.
Yeah, I've seen
I've
seen it many times since I told you that too.
You sabotaged it. You sabotaged it.
No, you did it and it went fine because hack works.
We here at Hackworks. We say, I thought it was 8:33. That would have been bad.
Oh, what a gut punch that would have been. All right.
It's nice, though, to have the whole... I mean, really, we can go to 10:30, we can go to 11.
No, we can't.
Why not?
Because I still have a weekend to reclaim.
I know.
Let's go to questions, but before we do, Allison's fine. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, how's Allison? Can we back announce it? I never had heard back announce it before. I don't know, Sharpling said it? No, somebody, you've heard it your whole life, right?
Sure.
Back announced it. That was the Lovin' Spoonful.
Right.
And before that was Cher. And before that you heard a third reference.
That was a half hour of time killing. Now let's go to questions.
It's time for questions.
What do you want to know?
We love your questions so much.
It's half our show. Half our show. All right, we're going to start with a DM.
Oh, okay.
From Dana Schwartz, because he's our biggest donor of all time. So he gets DM privileges for his questions.
Absolutely. But we don't want to make it like it's a financial agreement. We were happy to do it.
No, let's just say he treats us at least as well as the Baltimore Symphony percussion section.
Wow.
No, I bet they do. They do better than us, I'm guessing. But
what are you doing, Stephen? You got to step it up, Stephen Yates. Is that inappropriate?
No.
To have donors
fight over but only because Stephen Eldon Yates is a really nice man who will understand the spirit in which it was.
That's right. He enjoys comedy, and he enjoys our comedy.
So Dana, he actually wrote this to you, but he didn't feel like you acknowledged it, I don't think. He saw an article about Christian Shaw online.
Oh, okay.
And the headline was, an online puppet show landed a Bob's Burgers star a South Park writing gig. And so it was about Christian Schall's short time at South Park before Bob's Burgers.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
But Dana wrote in the comments of this online article, he wrote, Andy Kindler was also on an online puppet show, Kids Court, before Bob's Burgers. His rise was meteoric.
Right. I did. I feel bad because I kind of think I saw that. And I think I thought it was maybe a question for the show. Any way that I can, I apologize to Dana.
All right, good. Please,
for my ridiculousness.
Please don't treat him like Michael Ian Black or something. We need him. Greg Kelly says, I'm really not interested in how you watch the games, but what in the world of Jerry Arrigo is going on with the New York Mets? Their season is over. The Cubs swept them. Baseball is great, but the Mets are not.
Oh my God, that's a slam. He slammed me. Well, here's where I'll say that he's not completely correct. If you're going to have a horrible slump, having it at the beginning of the season is probably the best. Because last year they had it at the end of the season.
Sure.
Where they lost every game down the stretch.
Yeah. But
I think they can overcome.
It's hard to say if disappointment versus hopelessness.
Well,
you have to choose.
You see this thing. I was I don't know if I've mentioned this, but when I was 13 years old, the Mets won the world. I haven't probably talked about it because I'm not someone who plugs his old appearances.
Right.
They won the World Series.
You're a never look back kind of guy.
Well,
only forward.
You got to believe. You got to believe. I still believe that when Tug McGraw said it. You got to believe. I still believe that Susan and we bought the MLB package. Have I mentioned to you that I got rid of Spectrum?
No.
I'm just using Spectrum for internet.
In a different show.
Spectrum for internet only. All right. So, Josh. Huh? So I bought the MLB package. And so this is like a third day in a row that Susan and I have had quality marriage time. It's a fun thing to have it in the background.
It is.
Listening to it.
It's a retirement dream.
No, but here's the thing. If they let's say they keep losing and they're like 7-50.
Wait, let me adjust to that concept. If the Mets keep losing. All right, I'll go there. Just for the argument's sake.
You have a team, too, that people make fun of. I would think that you would be more sensitive to my team when your team has been mocked. I guess no one's been mocked more than the Mets, maybe.
Well, the other thing is when people mock a team I like, I don't take it personally. Oh,
that's true. That's true. You're probably superior than me in most ways.
As a sports fan, I will take my version of sports fandom over yours any goddamn day.
Oh no! I'm trying to reform that. I can't blame Juan Soto trying to steal second base off a left-hander. Why am I yelling at him for that? He's a great player.
He was just following a sign.
He really wasn't. He's the left-hander's there, right? You know how the left-hander can see you on the base. You know how that works,
sure.
Right? Hi, I'm in my windup,
and I'm looking at you.
And so Juan starts to he gets further and further out. Watch out.
Yeah.
And when you get further and further out, it's easy to throw you out. So the guy throws there and then he gets caught in a rundown.
Picked off like a grape.
And now Francisco Lindor has a calf strain. I've never had a calf strain. I've never had a calf strain my whole life. What is a calf strain? And is it a real thing or can you break your calf? Come on, you're who does doctoring on that? Doctoring man? Orthopedic? How do you?
What are you talking about? What is a calf strain?
I'm trying to understand what a calf is and how it can. I know my Achilles can get hurt.
Well,
anytime.
That's why you treat a calf strain with great respect as a trainer, because if you compromise it, then you expose the Achilles tendon to extra strain.
Is that really true?
Yes.
Oh, so the fact that Soto took all that time off, that's to guarantee that he doesn't that it heals nicely.
Yes, there's been many instances, especially in the NBA, of people of the calf strain being a harbinger of an Achilles.
I thought it was harbinger.
It's an either or situation with that one.
It's a tomato, but I'm not. Oh, I came up with a version of the monster is the person who points him out, right?
Who points?
Frankenstein. Yeah. So my version is B.J. Novak. He's not Frankenstein, because I always think he looks like Frankenstein. He's not Frankenstein. He's the monster. I'm not saying I'm using the joke. Yeah. It just made me laugh at home.
That's good.
I would think if you did watch an appearance of B.J. Novak, you would also be off-put by him.
Yeah, but that's where it ends.
You don't watch him.
No, I'm just saying I would watch it, be off-put.
Oh, I don't think it.
Then, I wouldn't be angry at him for off-putting me. I would note it.
That's true. I may have some issues that are separate from my being. I like to think of myself as a critic.
But you watch it with, I can't believe he was bad doing the thing that should have been mine. Whereas
I think that's true. There is that weird thing, but what would I have done? I wouldn't have been on The Office. I never saw. He got mad at me for
meet
making
me halfway. Audition. It's one of those.
He got mad at me for making fun of him for doing a joke at Montreal where I said he got the long suffering, the long suffering comics award. He was unemployed for the entire 6 hours that he flew out from Harvard to L.A. So he didn't even have cell phones then. He didn't know. He took offense to that. Yeah. And I think that's a nice joke.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done going. If I think of something else, I'll come back.
Okay, good. Seth Dick III says, Mama Dick III and I just finished rewatching Schitt's Creek, and it's great. Mama Dick III thinks Dan Levy is a bit one note and had a lot of help. I say it's sure better than the treacly shite that is Ted Lasso.
Wow, that's like you go one thing. I don't watch Ted Lasso anymore. I liked it when I first saw it, but is it really that bad now? Or is it's over, first of all?
I think it's over. I mean, I don't know. I watched and sort of enjoyed the first season.
Year. Me too.
And then absolutely could not get back on board for season 2.
Right. And what are we comparing it to again?
He was comparing it to Schitt's Creek. I don't think we need to compare.
Oh, I haven't seen. I only saw a couple of episodes of Schitt's Creek.
I would say Schitt's Creek is substantially funnier than Ted Lasso.
Right. But Dan Levy
didn't watch a lot of it, but enough of it to go, oh, I get what this is, and it's funny. And if I liked watching hours and hours of it, I would. But
Dan Levy, I don't find him particularly funny.
No, I don't. Really.
Right, but that doesn't mean that. But I do remember liking that show, and so I'll probably watch it. I don't know why I stopped watching it. I guess because I didn't want to tell people I'm watching Schitt's Creek. What? It's SCHITT.
I don't think you need to clarify like that anymore. I think the zeitgeist has caught up with you. Dan Marsh wants to know, hey guys, what's the earliest headshot you still have, and what's the earliest piece of audio or video of you doing stand-up? I think I have headshot number 1 still from age 16, and I probably have videotape from that same era.
I think I have every headshot somewhere, but videotape, I'm wondering if I did audio things before I did video things.
Yeah.
But I don't remember saving. I'm sure it's somewhere. They're all here if someone wants to help me go through it.
Yeah.
Or as I would say, comb through it. But I had the hilarious. You ever see the hilarious? What I thought was I was making fun of people being hacky, but I ended up pretending there was a microphone going through my head.
Yeah.
And that was
Yeah, I don't think that kind of irony is really necessary.
No, well, it's not irony. It was just I thought it was. You can't make a joke about a joke. You can't make a joke that you're making fun of. Well, first of all, who am I making fun of? Steve Martin? Who am I mocking there?
Right. You were just mocking general wackiness.
That's right. So, I mean, and people love it as an embarrassing artifact.
Sure.
It gets a couple of bucks online. But if you do it on
purpose, I did it. This will be funny in 20 years when I'm on Carson and he shows it.
I don't know what I thought. I thought it would be a comment on hacky comedy.
Sure.
But how does that?
You weren't good enough to pull it off at that point.
Right. But I do remember the microphone. It was a corded microphone that I had that I don't know. God damn it, what happened to it? It was a performance mic. Not a Shure. But a performance mic.
Interesting.
It is?
Dan Marsh also wants to know, have either of you known a comic who got in a physical altercation with an audience member during or after a show? And did it happen in a small town or a city?
I don't think I've seen it.
Well, I got into a street fight with Jeff Wayne and another comic, but it wasn't with the audience. It was at a separate bar.
Tell people again, you defended Jeff Wayne?
No. I saved his life, but I didn't defend him.
You think he really could have gotten hurt, right?
He was getting the shit kicked out of him, and so was the opener. Even more so.
Why were they going after the opener?
Because that was where the fight started. Was the opener?
Tell us again. It's
the opener. This was either Kansas or Missouri, because we were playing Kansas City, which was right on the line, and we were playing in Overland Park, Kansas. So it was probably on the Kansas side of the border. And it was the last night of the gig, and we went out to get a drink, and then the opener got into like a fight, like a showdown with another local in the bar, and took it outside.
Oh God, the war, that's terrible.
And then Jeff Wayne, and then there's a group that followed them outside, and they sort of start to go, but Jeff Wayne starts egging on the locals by say your mothers are N-word, C-word whores.
Oh God. He was trying ostensibly to defend the opening act? Or just trying to pour
He was sort of
kerosene.
pouring gasoline on the fire more than he was defending, but so I literally grabbed the opener and said, "Give me your fucking keys." Went and got his car, pulled right up to the mob,
How did you? That's pretty brave.
Kicked the door open. Jeff Wayne got it, dove in the back. The opener got, pounded up against the car with these guys beating on him, and we sort of got him pulled into the car, and I drove away.
And they didn't try and grab you out? It was just
They didn't
so
try
fast.
to grab me out, and I was never really part of this whole thing, except for the give me your fucking keys, and then driving back to the thing.
Did the opener feel bad that he pushed it to that, or were they really being
well,
horrible?
He felt bad when I had to take him to the fucking ER, and he had to get stitches that they wouldn't give him any anesthetic for because he was drunk. So,
Is it that you could?
And then I took him back to the condo, and at that point it was about 3 a.m. and I went, "See ya, fuckers," and drove back to Minneapolis that night.
Oh, because it was that. Then did it any point on your trip back go, is this the field I've chosen? Is this what I like?
It was such a horrible. It was also when Desert Storm started too, so
God.
And I had a relative that died, so I was driving back for a funeral in Minneapolis too. So.
But in a lot of ways, you might have saved this guy's life.
I don't know if I actually would have saved his life. I don't think they would have necessarily beaten him to death.
Right.
But I saved him much further injury, I would say. And Jeff Wayne too, as much Jeff Wayne, because they would have turned on him
Oh yeah, they were already.
Jeff Wayne became the main perpetrator became the main enemy of the mob at that point.
And he didn't get seriously hurt?
No, I think he got pushed and hit.
Oh, I think he has some, and I'm going to say this, I think he does have some emotional problems.
You think?
Jeff Wayne. I think he does. Yeah. He was one of the meanest people I've ever met when he used to run the LA Cabaret. You were scared of it. He wanted you to be scared of him, and you were.
Yes.
Is he still alive? I think he is.
I think he is.
Yeah. You remember that album he made about all the show business stories? Oh, it's so great.
Only vaguely.
And then the man came up and said, "You're funny." That man was Frank Sinatra.
Your bestie Jesse says, Josh, what role has the song Allison by Elvis Costello played in your relationship? Did you take it as a sign when you met? I once sung These Boots Are Made for Walking at a karaoke in the vocal style of Lee Hazelwood, winning the heart of my date, now wife of 11 years. If only her name was Nancy. I've had many occasions to serenade my wife with that song, including when we were first dating, because we had that cover band I had with Gruber and Paul Feig that we took over that bar in Burbank once a month.
Cinnabon? Cinnabar?
No, the Butcher's Arms.
Oh, okay. Whoa, the Butcher's Arms.
We got a Friday and Saturday night at the Butcher's Arms every once a month for about a year. And Allison would come to those gigs sometimes, and both sit in and allow me to sing Allison to her.
But Allison is kind of a negative song about Allison, right?
It kind of is.
Is that the one where she stuck her finger in the wedding cake?
Yeah.
You stuck your pretty finger in the...
Did you leave your little finger lying in the wedding cake?
Right, so... But he's saying, Allison... What's the other one? I write the book. Isn't there a woman in the Write the Book who's doing things, too, that she shouldn't have been doing?
I don't think of that one, no.
Don't say you don't know what love is. Is that it?
Don't tell me you don't know what love is when you're old enough to know better.
Yeah. He's kind of criticizing
when
this
you
woman.
find strange hands in your sweater.
When your dreamboat
turns out to be a footnote. I'm a man with a mission in 2-3 editions and...
So I do think it's a similar
It's a
thing.
lot of wordplay. I mean, every day I write the book is mostly just fucking book wordplay.
Well, I guess you're
up to your old tricks in chapters 4, 5, and 6. Yeah.
It's specific though. It's a linear thing. It's linear.
Well, yeah.
He's talking about this. He say, "Don't tell me you don't know what love is. Don't say." This is the way I would write it. When you find a strange hand in your sweater, come on. But Allison is more plaintive. Allison is he loves her.
He loves her, but
cares about
he
her.
will kill her to put her out of her misery. So.
Is that what he's saying?
I think somebody better put out the big light, 'cause I can't stand to see you this way.
They should name an album My Aim Is True.
Huh.
Here's what I didn't know. I didn't know that Dave Edmunds, he didn't write, what's the song I'm thinking of? Girls Talk. He didn't write Girls Talk.
I think he did.
Elvis wrote it.
Oh, I thought it was Dave
Elvis
Edmunds.
Costello wrote it, gave it to Dave Edmunds, and then got mad at Dave Edmunds and Nick Lowe because they changed the lyric. And his version came out first. Dave Edmunds' version.
Yes.
And Elvis was so upset about it, he had to put it on another album. He put it on now.
He put it on Taking Liberties.
Right. I'm not, I also want to say this. There's a guy who I think is wonderful, and I'm not revealing a secret. Fucking Graham Parker.
But Elvis also did a spite cover of You're No Good by Linda Ronstadt after she had hits with his songs.
What he did that? So what did that mean?
I just mean he did a sort of snarling Linda Ronstadt cover because she did Elvis covers. She did Allison and another.
Was he making a negative statement?
Yeah, he didn't like the covers.
Oh, I like Linda Ronstadt.
He's grown up since then.
Oh, I like one. But Graham Parker, oh my God, Squeezing Out Sparks. He's so great, and he does not sound like Elvis Costello. It sounds like a time period where all these guys like John Hyatt and all these guys kind of had this voice, but Graham Parker's voice is fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put John Hyatt in the same lumping as those guys, but the Rock Pile, Stiff Records gang all had a.
Yeah, I don't know why I put John Hyatt in that. He didn't sing that.
Joe Jackson, you could put in there.
Joe Jackson, and that's the thing. Joe Jackson's fucking great.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, like, what other time period, like, who would have predicted that Joe Jackson would be so, I mean, I know he was great, but it's just like he was like doing piano stuff. And I think the 80s was a wonder. I really do think the 80s, I can't make the argument that the 80s was
a lot of that was late 70s, too.
Yes, late 70s. Right. Rockpile
My Aim Is True came out in 77.
Oh, it's weird. I'm trying to say that that's the 80s, and I'm wrong. Because he was part of the new wave scene.
Sure. Zero Sombrero says, do you ever have dreams where you're driving and end up in the wrong side of the construction barrels and can't get back down the normal road? Not specifically, but at least that frustrating.
Oh, yeah, I definitely have. But it's almost always, I have a lot of dreams that are like forgetting my lines in the play or being caught doing something horrible. That I don't even remember what I did in the dream, but everyone knows I did it and I'm horrible.
Shame dreams.
Shame dreams. My wife knows. Everyone knows.
Madkowski says, Josh and Andy, have either of you ever been in or auditioned for a commercial? If so, how would you rate the experience? I have auditioned for several commercials, and I've been in a couple commercials, but none of them are the ones I auditioned for.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, you were asked to be in them.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. I was in a couple of commercials. I did get a couple off of auditions, and there was always it was always a pretty horrible experience. Going to the commercial auditions.
It's the worst kind of acting audition because it's first of all, it's complete knee-jerk reaction to just how you look because because it's meant to be superficial. It's a commercial,
Right.
But I've talked about this. I went because I was at the time I was like 20, 21 and fat, but nebulously aged, and you couldn't really put a finger on what I was. I wasn't a type. I wasn't fat enough to play the fat guy. I wasn't, old enough to play the dad. I wasn't good looking enough to play the young guy. So,
well, how about the precocious kid? You were still the precocious kid.
I didn't look like a precocious kid. I looked
true.
like a sort of, obese 25-year-old when I was 20. I didn't look like a kid, but again, not obese enough. So I always would go to these commercials and go, why am I here? How did they choose me with this group of people?
How long did you do it for?
For like under a year.
Yeah, I think I did it for about 3 years. And that'll really nail it down.
No, I got a writing job and that was the end of my acting pursuit.
Voiceover is even more annoying as an audition thing.
Yeah, and that's one I actually regret more that I didn't pursue because I actually could have had a chance in that world.
Yeah, because you have great pipes.
But it's a highly insular world to crack.
Do you watch some of these things that Heidecker does? I don't know how to pronounce his name. Heidecker. Yeah. He's hilarious. His things that he does where he's Bill Maher. And he's just fucking hilarious. I know that's not a pithy thing to say about it, but
no, but it's highly committed.
Yeah, and when he does Bill Maher in Club Random, it's really nice to see.
Mike Parrish says, tonight while we watched TV, my roommate told me he wished they wouldn't show prescription drug ads anymore. Then reflexively, I sang the Jardian song from memory.
I'm a little
can either of you do it? I bet you can. Why don't you give it a shot?
I'm a little pill with a big I can't remember the melody.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take my daily Jardians at each day's start. As time goes on, it was easy to see. I'm lowering my A1C. Jardiance is really swell, a little pill with a big story to tell.
That was good. And I love that, a lot of times it seems like a spontaneous musical is breaking out, like a supermarket.
Sure.
Well, the other one I like is when everybody come along with me. I think it's Sky Rizzy maybe. people are working, but he brings them along with them. Come on now.
Sure.
Have you seen Tom Steyer? He is a terrible, must be a terrible man in many ways to be this hungry for power, right? But he has a commercial where they go, "We let the cowards running." It's like trying to catch him.
Yes, the candid.
Yeah, and so
people just can't get by without good housing, and if you don't have a solid education, then what are we doing here?
Wouldn't a grant of all the money he spent on
Tom Steyer, by the way, is a billionaire running for Democratic nomination for California governor. So.
Right, and I don't claim now that
and blanketing the airwaves with Tom Steyer commercials.
And also, I guess I don't know anything about him except now the attack ads say that he what the hell do they say?
He
was private
bought
prisons
into
guy.
Private prisons, but
but he said I did that a long time ago, and I was like, Tom, even a long time ago, I wouldn't have invested in private prisons.
Exactly, it was never. Your hands were never clean on this one.
Just one thing, Tom. Why the private prisons? Because I think certain things should be privatized. That's the best, is when you have private prisons answering to nobody.
Yes. Citravere Radio. Sorry.
Is that like green?
Huh?
Viridian?
No, for radio. Continuing on the Michael J. Fox / Michael J. Pollard track, did you know that Michael J. Fox added the J to his name when he joined SAG as a tribute to Michael J. Pollard?
Now, this is not true.
No, this is true. Not Pollan, not the person you know, Michael J. Pollard, the famous character actor.
But you're saying that Michael J. Pollan, the scientist?
Pollard. Michael J. Pollard.
Oh, so it has nothing to do with Michael J. Pollan?
No.
Okay, so tell me the story again. Now I can hear it.
This was the same shit that happened last week when this came
Well,
up.
who was Michael Pollard?
He's a character actor. For God's sakes. Fuck! Watch Bonnie and Clyde, for fuck's sake!
You're getting in touch with your inner outraged person who can't believe I can't get these simple. But I got confused because the original one had about 4 Pollins. I didn't know there was. I do remember Michael J. Pollard now.
Yeah.
But why is Michael J. Pollan? Why is he Michael J. Pollan?
Is he? Or is he just Michael Pollan?
I think he's... I think he's... Oh my God! It could be one of those things where old man's trying to think of a thing when he can't remember the premise. He thinks Michael Pollan.
New Mexico Man says, if either of you joined a band you love, who would you replace, and what would that do to the band? Destroy it. I think that's pretty simple. Like if I replaced Hendrix in The Experience, it would immediately sink the band. But if I took Noel Redding's spot, the difference would be negligible. Well, that's you're pretty confident in your own drumming, I guess.
Okay.
Like
this is the first.
I could probably play everything Tina Weymouth plays in Talking Heads.
Right. Yeah.
But I would still crush the band by joining it. Not that the band wasn't self-crushing.
Yeah, it's just a weird.
I would maybe I'd like take like Norton Buffalo's harmonica spot in Willie Nelson's band or something.
I'm chagrined or depressed to say that in the whole mix-up, I actually put the J in Michael Pollan's name.
Yeah.
There is no Michael J. Pollan who's writing books.
That's as I suspected.
Right. I'm embarrassed. I'm not just embarrassed for me. I'm embarrassed for the whole.
You can contain it to just you.
No, but for the whole art, for the whole podcast art, the art of podcasting, which is my new book.
Pickles says John Denver covers Fire and Rain and paused hauntingly after these lines. Well, there's hours of time on the telephone line to talk about things to come. Sweet dreams and flying machines in pieces on the ground. As I said, haunting. Also covers Let It Be, and let's just say he should have.
Well, I just recently learned that the Beatles is spelled with B-E-A-T. No, I just recently, for some reason, I've been a James Taylor fan my entire life and never actually, I think this is the advantage of AI and being able to look things up. I guess I'd known back in the 70s that he wrote this song for a woman who committed suicide at the woman who committed suicide because he had a terrible heroin problem for like 18 years. So he had been constantly in rehab. His family has a history of substance abuse, and they even had a recovery center. So his parents really kind of like saved him. But I had no idea that that's exactly what it was written about. They didn't tell him when his friend Suzanne died because he was on a tour, and they didn't want to upset him. So he didn't find out about that she died till like 6 months later.
This is James Taylor, right?
Yeah, he's talking about his friend Suzanne.
In Fire and Rain?
Yes.
Okay.
Suzanne, the plans they made put an end to you. It's an actual linear story almost. Sweet Dreams and Flying Machines is a reference to James Taylor and the Flying Machine, which was a band with Danny Korchma and all those people. That's what he's referencing there. If you go to jamestaylor.schmeckle, you'll see they'll explain the whole story there about it. So it's not like it's even a mystery. The thing that was great was he didn't intend to, but he got a great big hit out of this really personal song.
Right.
That he wrote. You're not doubting me completely on this, right?
I'm not doubting you at all. I'm not interested, but I'm not doubting you. And it's missing the point that John Denver died in a plane crash after covering this song.
Oh, I didn't even get that connection. So that's what I thought the person was relating to the original Haunting and didn't even hear the John Denver part. Did he die like in a private plane or something?
He died in an experimental plane that he was flying.
Why would you fly an experimental plane?
Because he was an enthusiast.
Was this before or after he hoarded gasoline?
Which do you think? The thing that killed him, was it before or after the thing he did when he was alive?
Depends on your concept of time.
Stephen Elton Yates says Senior Strings Band, SSB, crushed at the Gladview Retirement Home. We opened with Hello Mary Lou and closed with Save the Last Dance for Me. I thought they were going to rush the stage during Surfin' USA, but security and lack of mobility prevented that. Great tapioca, Andy.
Well, how many people are in this band?
There's a lot. There's a lot.
It's amazing. It is amazing that he does this. It's great.
Agreed.
I would like to up my charitable work, too.
To something? Tweet Pahara says Moon Tower wrap-up. Sklar's were great. Doug Benson was very high. Tom Rhodes is still a hack. Missed Albert Brooks, but a good time overall. Love to see you guys go up next year. Tweet, please. They're not inviting me. It hurts my feelings when you act like I'm turning them down. Okay?
I would also agree that I would disagree that Tom Rhodes is a hack. I don't think he's a hack necessarily. I like what he does. I don't know why. I mean he's going hard on him.
I feel like he suffers from first thought theateritis a little bit, Tom Rhodes.
Right. But, I guess also he's a lovely man.
Yeah, I like him.
Come on, Tweet Bahara. I have 3 friends in show business, and now you're trying to screw that up.
Dan Wade what? Says, hey guys, what's the worst TV theme song? I'm leaning towards 1989's Dr. Doctor, or perhaps Elliot Gould's ER. Wow, that's a theme.
I don't know what these songs are.
My recollection is Dr. Doctor, the Matt Frewer sitcom.
Won't you tell me the news? That one?
No, they did, I think it was a fucked up version of Good Lovin'.
And what was Dr. Doctor?
So bad.
Oh, I see.
That's my family doctor, just what I had. I said, Doctor, Mr. MD, Doctor.
Is it about 2 doctors?
It's about a medical. It's about a medical practice.
Oh, okay. It's pretty catchy. I don't see that that's terrible.
And
I like it.
I assume just from context that ER used the same thing, or they did Doctor, Give Me the News. I think is the.
Well, in both cases, it was a mistake. Although people say ER was a great show. I never watched it.
Not ER. Elliot Gould's ER. Different. Sitcom.
Oh, Elliot Gould had a sitcom called ER.
Yeah.
Shouldn't I know that?
You should, but you're not as damaged in this particular way as.
Have you seen him in that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw everything.
You did?
Again, you have to remember, I saw everything in the 70s and 80s. That was on.
Was this while you were writing or before? It was the 70s more.
Before. It was while I was absorbing.
Is he married to Barbra Streisand? No.
Okay. Brian Just says, song break request from the 7-inch Get Out of Town by the Tearjerkers, Open Your Doors. I don't know if we have a digital version of that. I think we just have the disc of it. If I can find one, I'll play it. The Tearjerkers was Allison's first band.
I like that name.
A girl band, and they had a single out, or like an EP sort of.
Right.
Cool. And they got some play on K-Rock.
Wow.
But I'll at least tell Allison that it was requested.
Cool.
And I'll try to get it. Evan Frierson says, one time I found myself running as fast as I could for several blocks through the Lower East Side at 2:30 a.m. with a claw hammer in each hand. Really, it was a mundane situation. I was just trying to catch the last bus, but the two hammers gave it an absurd flavor. I thought to myself, I hope I don't run into anyone I know because I look insane right now. I was a little worried about the police too, but not too much because my skin is the right color to be able to do crazy stuff without being bothered by them. Can either of you remember a time that you found yourself doing something perfectly legal that nevertheless would have been very hard to explain to a passerby or law enforcement? Wow, it's a good question that if I was not asked it directly, I might have a memory for you. But
right. Well, I peed in the bushes, but that's not probably legal. I had to kind of pee.
That is illegal.
That is illegal.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not cool.
Yeah, public urination, I guess I'm guilty of too.
But I mean I don't mean on the parking, like a floor. I'm talking about, next to a tree like a dog would do.
Yeah, I've done it on a building before. I'm not going to lie.
This isn't the kind of candid thing people are. But I don't know, why would you have, what are claw hammers? What's the regular use for claw hammers?
What do you mean?
Why does he have claw hammers in his hand?
Well, probably because he was pounding something.
It still sounds... He
was either inserting or removing nails, is my guess.
And then in the middle, he remembered he had to catch a bus?
It would seem that way. He didn't. I think I agree. We could have used a little more backstory here.
That's right. It's still a little sketchy, but I do exactly know what you're talking about, and have been. Well, I'm OCD, so I probably think everything. Oh, did that person hear me say something about?
And he's worried about being caught being Jewish. So imagine what he looks like.
I never thought it would be something I would have to shy away from.
Tommy Barcanero says, I'm watching the Mr. Scorsese documentary on Apple TV Plus, which I recall you guys talked about on a previous test show. Loving it so far. Some of the real-life characters from Scorsese's past, like the guy on whom Robert De Niro's character in Mean Streets is based, are larger-than-life personalities. Josh, did you ever interview anyone in your documentaries who surprised you with their bigness of their personalities and the craziness of their life experiences? Probably, I mean, like Steve Jones from the Sex Pistols gave me a lot of levels that I didn't quite know were there.
What did he give you? He just
was a more likable storyteller than I thought he'd be, and
right,
and pretty open with all of his own shit.
Yeah,
he wasn't bigger than life. He was actually smaller than you'd think a Sex Pistol would be in terms of bigness or broadness. He wasn't that.
Right.
But
well, he's self-aware and has a good sense of humor.
Yeah, it was a great conversation. And certainly plenty of crazy life experiences.
Yes.
The other one in that movie was Don Johnson. He wasn't big in the traditional sense, but but the content, I've talked about this. Like, I've never felt more in the presence of a celebrity than with Don Johnson. Even though I've been with much bigger celebrities, I have never felt more sort of alpha dogged by a celebrity.
Well, didn't Steven Van Zandt kind of come in like that too?
Yeah,
or?
But that was different. That was a different kind of bullying. That wasn't. Wasn't I'm a big star. That was I'm Steven Van Zandt. That was. But this was at the Peninsula Hotel, and it was in this giant suite, and it was clear that the hotel was letting us do this as a favor to Don and not to us, and it was. And he just had
all the makings.
He was just very glowing, He was just, he's a handsome man. It's not like I had a crush, but it was like this. Holy shit, this is a huge star, and I knew it wasn't really, but yet
you felt that way.
Yeah,
you felt in the presence.
Yeah, no, it worked. Whatever he was selling, I was buying.
Now, what is the difference? Well, I don't understand the whole New Order. First of all, I guess I don't know that group as well as I know. Are they the same group as Joy? What's the argument about? The one guy won't go there, he says.
What are you talking about?
The New Order is being inducted to the Hall of Fame, and I thought maybe you knew about it.
Oh, I didn't know that. But New Order was New Order came out of Joy Division.
Okay, right. I figured it was this. Yes.
And the lead singer of Joy Division killed himself.
Oh.
And then they reformed, I think, as New Order.
Right. And then
New Order had sort of a they got pegged with at least sort of fascistic kind of leanings and
I didn't know that. I thought they were like
stuff.
I thought of them as straight up new wave.
No, it was a little more complicated than that, but
not like I like Hitler and he's okay.
But they made cool album covers and T-shirts, so
okay. Well, I'll go for that.
But I don't know what the controversy is with the Hall.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you the outlines of it is the one guy left. And he left the band. He was one of the founders of the band. He left the band, and then he was sued by the New Order people for using New Order merchandise or something like that.
Okay.
And now he's never talked to them again. And I wanted to go deeper.
Yeah. Well, do a Google search.
Okay.
Belonging says, "Hey fellas, Andy in last week's test show, you're singing I'm dancing on the ledge, singing on the ledge, that thing you did." Instead of jumping off, had me dead. Josh, do you think Huell Hauser would have mocked Cameo or been a pioneering creator or both? Thank you for the weekly laughter. I take my answer off the air. I would never mock something that made people happy. If you were to give me $135, I'd be happy to make your day.
It's fantastic.
It's fantastic. It's really just a way to send joy one-on-one rather than the broadcast medium. It's fantastic. And for $135, I can come to your phone.
I'm telling you, for the rest of my life,
I'll make California gold on your phone.
It is amazing how addictive that show is, how much he is able to transmit his own joy.
He's very positive, man.
Yeah.
Daisy Petunia says, I want you guys and the whole audience to know I passed up a lucrative offer to send these questions. Questions, really? Or more flights of fancy from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I detest the scurrilous rumors and demand people retract.
No, that's not true. I first of all, I write for some of the Saudi princes. I write comedy.
Sure. Do you see that Liv is about to go bye-bye? Liv Golf?
Are you kidding me?
That's
such great news.
Yeah.
What happened?
Saudis pulled their money out.
Why do you think they did? Because people were saying they were...
I don't know. I don't know the motivations of their various sports washing, comedy washing strategies. I don't know what they're doing.
And yet Mohammed bin Salman, all he's done, is still more gracious than Donald Trump. Still seems to be more gracious man.
Zeke Fossey says, normally I'd love to really dig into the NFL draft, break down the all 22s and do no less than a dozen 5-round mock drafts. But now I have a full-time job keeping Air Force One stocked with toilet paper. I've been unable to do it. Admittedly, it's a long way of asking Andy what he thinks of the Jets' first-round pick, a guy by the name of Reggie Fuckface.
I didn't follow it because I'm a big fan of the guy from Indiana, so that's all I heard about was how he stayed with his mom because she has MS and didn't go to the. I love that guy, Mendoza. So that's all I heard about it. And I don't follow I should, but don't follow the Jets in the off season.
Yeah,
and have trouble following them during the regular season.
What is it? It's not the hot stove league because that's baseball. What is it with the off season and the?
Oh, it was just the draft.
The tailgate
right?
barbecue league. I don't know.
No, you hear a lot about the draft, and I don't think you hear anything to the summer.
And finally, Delicious Mick says, this episode of Thought Spiral is brought to you by Blue Jew. Does your penis work? Are you too congenial? Well, try Blue Jew. Our proprietary blend will have you impotent and more unreasonably aggressive than ever before. Try Blue Jew today. That's Blue Jew. Use our promo code DandyAndy420. Blue Jew. Now back to the show.
Somebody say, "Oh, is this Zeke Fosse?"
No, that was Delicious Mick.
Oh my God! Why did I think it was the same one?
Because they came on the heels.
Oh my! Are they the same person? That's what people.
In your mind, they are. In your mind, they are.
Unblock me. Do you think Delicious Mick is trying to cozy up to you?
No, I just haven't blocked him.
I don't remember blocking him, but you know what? These things happen.
It happens.
Or maybe that's why I can't find him, is because I blocked him.
Well, duh.
No, but you should be able to find who you block on Instagram easily.
Look at your block list.
Okay.
Anyway.
This is going to be a tough one to edit.
More positive matters. Be more like Dana Schwartz and go to buymeacoffee.com/thoughtspiral.
And you don't have to go the whole 5,000 a week like he does.
Right.
Certainly would, even if you can give $1,000, we're happy with it. We're not, God, my bits about him are so disgusting.
This is so long.
This is the first time I am.
So long.
I pay my taxes.